Everyone, Lauren here. Just a brief welcome to the 2020 readings, and just to say thank you so much for everybody who's taken the time to like, share, subscribe, comment. I try and answer every single comment, and I just want to thank you so much for showing your support and consistent interaction with me. I have so much gratitude for every single one of you who has taken the time to view my videos, say if it's resonating, and just help me reach this message out to a lot more people. So thank you so much. Here's hoping 2020 is going to have a fantastic year ahead, and I'll just link down below to all the tarot that I'm using in this reading, all the oracle decks and stuff. And if you are interested in a personal 2020 reading, that's in the box below. But I just wanted to thank you so much. From me to you, have a wonderful year ahead. Happy holidays, and I'll speak to you soon. I can't wait to see what 2020 holds.
Okay, lovelies, so what you may be able to see are the 4 decks here, group 1, 2, 3 and 4. So what we're going to do is just give you 60 seconds to meditate with some music on these individual crystals or on the messages that come through. I'm taking a leaf out of Roseology's beautiful videos to give you that chance to actually connect with what your energies are going to be like for 2020. So we have the beautiful group 1 will have the labradorite. I'll get them right one day. Then group 2 we have celestite. Group 3 we have howlite, and group 4 we have the crystal quartz, which some of you may have seen move on one of my recent readings all by itself. So those are the 4 crystals. Again, I'll let you get accustomed to which one you feel drawn to the most. But in the meantime, I just want to thank everybody again. Going into this, you know, how it's going to work as well. I just want to take a moment to explain to you career, love, money, spirit messages, and overview. Those are the 5 different sections of these individual readings that we're going to get into. So without further ado, let's get into the meditation, and then we'll go into the individual groups. Alright, group 1, you would have chosen the labradorite or however you choose to pronounce it. So this is your crystal, and this is your 2020 overview reading. So I just want to take a moment just to say that this is slightly different. If those of you who have got the 2020 personal readings, this is just the bottom bit of that reading. This is the themes, messages that are coming through, because obviously each individual person's 12 months, month by month, will be different. But if you want to have a look and see what your individual 12 months are, then I'll leave the link down below for the 2020 readings. So the first that's coming through for you in regards to money, wow, Queen of Pentacles, that's a great start. Ace of Pentacles, wow. Okay, so you're right on target. If you're heading into a career that you want to develop, you are right on target. You could be a Taurus, Capricorn or Virgo individual, or you could know somebody of that kind. This is such an amazing card to have, as well as the Ace of Pentacles. A new source of money coming in, a new source of income, maybe some additional jobs or just secondary things, inheritance, anything like that could be coming towards you in 2020. I'll get more interest on that probably when we get more into career, which is next. And also I should mention that all the decks that I'm using will be listed below as well. But this is a great card to have. First of all, I'm just going to take a moment just to see what information comes through. So the main thing I'm getting actually with the Queen of Pentacles as well is very much somebody who is down to earth, somebody who does not take any crap, basically. So with these two here actually being in unison for you, the Queen and the Ace, this is saying that you could be the dawning of your new venture. I feel like this could be something else that's coming up for you in regards to finances. If you've been struggling, if you've been worrying about, you know, where individual sources of income will come through, if you're going to be paid back, if you're going to have issues, you know, resolved, this is a thing saying yes, in 2020 it will be resolved. You will have good fortune coming to you. You will probably generate your fortune. It could even be through a craft that you take up, or you know, some hobby that you thought wouldn't make money, but it actually ends up doing that, because she is weaving here. She's generating her own income. She's, you know, maneuvering herself. So it could be self-employment. It could be something that you go into. But again, I'll get onto the career. And your career at the moment is King of Wands. So King of Wands is definitely a visionary entrepreneur, shall we say, and he's somebody who gets that creativity, that fire and authority. So you could literally be this person as well. You could have a fiery element to yourself. You could be coming towards things going, you know what, I'm going to dominate. I get a really dominating feeling from him, more like you come into my house. It even feels like he's got several different things, almost like antiques. You might be somebody who loves antiques actually, and you could be selling them off this year or doing your own little sales. It just feels like you're making money on something that means a bit more to you, if that makes sense. I hope it does make sense. It just feels a little bit like your career and your money is definitely something that you are generating. You're not necessarily being paid a wage. You're not necessarily, well, you could be as well as, but the main source of income, the main source of the money that you're going to receive, so that you feel affluent, so that you feel like you've got enough to do what you need to do, is going to be through something on the side. So it could be that your day job is taking on projects anyway, so it could be that, you know, you're already self-employed, but it just feels like there's something else coming in, there's something else that you're bringing in, and you're bringing in high quality as well, because these are king and queens here. So you're bringing in high quality clients, high quality people are going to come to you and want to work with you. So I do feel that just continue this pace, continue this direction that you're going on, because I truly believe that you are on a very, very significant path right now into 2020. Another career card here as well. Oh wow, Knight of Wands. So you're definitely in the mix of things now. The Knight of Wands coming in actually is very energetic, passionate, lust for adventure. It could be that you get a fire in your belly because you have this intuitive flash in 2020. I know Jupiter moving into Capricorn, depending on which house it's in for you, it depends, you know, kind of how it will affect you, but normally this is expansion. So maybe you're getting quite serious about how you expand, or you're really focusing on how you spend and make money, but there's also this passion. You get a fire in your belly. You're like, you know what, I've had all the ideas, I've had the craft, I've been there, done that, I'm going to make my mark now. There's a determination to make your mark this year. It's kind of like, this is going to be my year. This is going to be my year. I'm dominating. I'm going to get things done. I'm going to push at it. I'm going to get the energy. And you're not going to accept failure, which can be very scary, because if you do, for instance, have a little bit of a hiccup, you know, you might blame yourself, say yourself you haven't worked hard enough. You could say, oh, well, you know, I didn't actually do what I wanted to do, and blah, blah, blah. All you can do is all that you can, you know? So I think that that's something that, you know, if you've done everything and it still kind of wobbles a bit, try a different way. But I don't see you wobbling. I just think that there's a kind of clause in what they're saying. It's just like, make sure that you're keeping care of yourself and make sure that you're actually focusing on how you can maneuver yourself in the next year. So, ooh, again, this is your love card. So, my babies, group ones, you are going to have so much success in 2020. I can't wait. So, finances and career, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Don't focus on the issues. I know it says issues, but don't focus on that. That's not what it means. The issues are not the bad things, if we like. I think it means just the matter at hand. They are the focus. Financial matters are a factor. So it could be that you're not even looking for love, you're not even looking to bother with your loved ones or your husband or partner or wife or whatever, because you know, that is also a risk if you're already coupled that could be feeling a bit left out. But for those of you who chose number one, you're in career mode. You've got the visor down, very much tunnel vision towards your career, and this is what you want to do. It could be that you are always putting love on the back burner for your career, for your finances, or that it just doesn't matter as much to you because you're already settled in the fact that you are or aren't coupled, and it's not really a big deal if you get together with somebody next year or not. You know, you're focused on what you can control, and what you can control is how you make money. Well, in a weird way, manifestation. You can't, for instance, do a spell to make somebody fall instantly, desperately in love with you, but you can perform a spell to encourage finances to come through to you. That's kind of what I mean. So, you're definitely on the way forwards this year. So this is your spirit messages. Wow, okay. So you you have the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. So these two being here are very strongly connected to the way that you are maneuvering yourself into the career sector, into your financial sector here. So with this as well, the Three of Pentacles is very much focused on the community, on teamwork, on collaboration. So it may be that you have the idea to bring in finances and you have all the creative vision, but you may need somebody else to help you implement it. You know, you may need somebody else to come in and tell you exactly how you can do it, or assist you in refining it, or assist you in building the proposal to send out to people, or assist you in, you know, teaching you how to power dress, teaching you how to, you know, self-confidence classes. You know, something that somebody is helping you here. And it could even be the King of Wands, because he was in your career sector as well, these two fiery people. So it could be that. But I do also see that you're going to impress people. You're going to be showing people your talents. You're going to be making waves next year. And I honestly feel so good in this reading. I don't see any doubts, any issues, but maybe, no, this is happening. And then you have the Eight of Wands. Now, the Eight of Wands can be taken either way. But there's change, for sure. And it's travel, it's movement, it's quickness, it's rapidity, if that's even a word, I don't care. I just made it up. But this is very strong, swift, coming in fast. And this change is coming in fast. And you may feel like 2020 just goes in a blur of an eye, you know. But I do feel that they also say with this, too much. There could be too much on your plate, too many things happening, too many. And what you need to do is ascertain when you feel down, when you feel broken, when you feel, oh my God, I can't do this out. Take a step back, realign yourself and carry on, because you don't want to take on too much. That's the spiritual message that I'm getting for you. And then the overview, and we're actually in a waxing moon, the energy is gaining momentum. So whatever energy you start at the beginning of this year in, this is all going to come through. If you go in, like, it doesn't depend even now, you know, it could be midnight, January the 1st. Bing bong, Big Ben chimes, if he does that anymore, I don't know, they probably will. This is telling you the energy is gaining momentum. Whatever energy you put in to the start of 2020, whatever energy you put into just yourself, and the actions that you take and the projects you take on and the communication you make and the dedication you give, it's going to be like a charge. It's going to be the Eight of Wands. It's going to charge up. And I don't think this year is going to be boring for you. This year is going to, like a revving machine, like a rock going downhill. It's going to just gain speed. That kinetic energy, as soon as you get a golden tick, that fuels you to do more. as soon as you get a yes, good on you, that fuels you to do more. So I think this is going to be an incredible year for you. And again, if you want a personalised reading with each individual month plus this again, do let me know in the comments below, because I truly believe there's something special coming through for all of you this year. Yeah, I really do think there's going to be a lot to come forward for you guys. Comment below, let me know if you did choose this. I love hearing from you, and I invite you to subscribe and like the channel and all the other good stuff to become part of the community. I love hearing from you, and again, thank you so much everybody for being with me this year. I really look forward to seeing what 2020 brings for us all. Going to move on now to group 2, but sending you so much love, and I'll speak soon. Hello lovely group 2, you would have chosen the Celestite, which is a crystal I've had for quite a long time now, and it's one of the ones that make me very much connect to spirit, so hopefully there's some really good messages coming through for you guys on this one. Okay, so we're going to do, like I said before, career, love, money, spirit messages, overview, and we've got the individual cards. They'll all be in the link down below. So if you want to know, in the description box I mean, so everything that I'm using today I'll list down below. And also I'd like to just confirm that this, for those of you who've already got a 2020 reading, you'll know this, but this is just the bit that I do after the individual 12 months. So if you receive a personal one, because obviously I can't go into 12 months for each individual person on this reading, if you would like a personal one, I invite you to go down below. The description box has got the 2020 readings for you guys there. So in general, we're going to look at this for you who chose group 2. So this will be your money. Oh, how wonderful is that? King of Pentacles. So this is the highest pentacle card that you can get. So I think group 1 had 2. So they had 2 pentacles, they had Queen and Ace. This one, you're right on target. You don't need another card to explain how on target you are. This is more of a material, controlled, earthy vibe. You know, this is your authority on money. This is you having the money and controlling where it goes. So you're very much having a purpose for your money this year. You have money coming in, because this is an affluent card. This is you having your cake and eating it. You know, in many interpretations of the card, this is you having that connection and having that resource for you. You know, like even here, you can probably see money's growing on trees for this guy. So it could be that you have a very high energy for you to gain that kind of monetary value. So the next is career. I'm just going to check that this is not a nudie one. No, not a nudie one. So, sorry, this is a new deck that is coming out next year, and I was happy enough to get a sample of, and I love them so much. 7 of Wands for your career. So you're probably going to be sticking up for yourself quite a bit. And, oh my gosh, 6 of Pentacles. So you're getting something that you're owed, I think, because you're getting something that you're owed because of the 7 of Wands here. You know, it's very purposeful, very strong and integral. And I think that looking through this is more about your generosity, giving. You get something back, but you also give out again. Like it could be that you're due some promotion, you're due some change or additional monetary value, and therefore you feel like you can actually give back. Again, you're controlling who you're giving it to, but you're still being generous with it because you fought hard for it and you know exactly the perseverance and the competition it takes to get to the position that you are in your career this year. And I think that you are going to be very generous. You are going to be very open with the knowledge, if not money. You're going to be giving an ear for people, you know, if they're going, oh, you know what, how you did that, you know, can you help me please? You're going to be, okay, yeah, sure. But you're not going to, can I put it, because the King of Pentacles is there and because the 7 of Wands is here, I don't feel like you're going to be too open with it or too willy-nilly with it. You're not going to just be throwing advice out left, right and centre and draining yourself. You're actually going to be quite purposeful and also discerning with who you're giving the insight and information to. But I do see you having enough to treat people, and I do see the career as you giving back to others, but you fought hard or you fight hard to get where you're going, and you persevere. And that's such a strong connection here, that you do persevere and you get where you need to be, and you're very focused on the role, you know, and your purpose and what makes you happy in this pursuit of your dream. So your romance card is, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the biggest energy, or sorry, the highest energy of all. So again, opening up, being generous, giving and receiving. This is almost a Six of Wands type card. It's kind of saying it's all right, it's safe. And I think that with the King of Pentacles, again, you're going to be feeling secure enough, maybe with finances and things, that you allow other things to come in with your relationships. So maybe before you had issues with a partner over money or arguing over how to spend it, you're not going to have that much argument this year, I don't think. You're going to have enough money to spend and enjoy and be quite free with it. And I do believe that there'll be this nice kind of romantic area. Maybe you want to go on to a trip, or go to a singles night if you are single, or just do something where you feel like you've hit a stride, or you've hit a point in your career. I'll just pop this up here. You've hit a point in your career where you feel like you can focus on relationships now, or you feel like you can allow yourself to renew or get a bit more romantic or less structured or less just want to find the right word for it, but it's not coming to me. But I hope you get the idea. You don't have to be as rigid with the, sorry, that's my cat deciding to rub her tail all the way around the tripod. You don't have to be rigid in the way you do it anymore. Like, oh, can we afford that date? You know, can we afford our trip to Rome? Can we afford our connection to, you know, wherever we're going? Can we afford this? Can we afford this? You'll be all right. I think that you do have the tenacity and the wherewithal to get where you need to be. I feel that you can strive, or sorry, not strive, thrive is what they said to me. Thrive where you are. So it will be safe for you to love. You will be feeling more like you can give more of yourself, because you're not focused a lot on everything else. So whether you're starting off the year, I think maybe the first 3 months, to focus on your career and stuff, and focus on the, you know, I need to get to this place, I need to get this done, this is left over from last year, I need to do it. You'll be fine. You know, it'll settle into a good rhythm, a good beat, and I think that you'll find the flow within your relationships. And it's not just romantic relationships, it's just to do with the relationships in general. So this will be your spiritual messages. Okay, wow, alright, so again, you've got the Seven of Wands twice. So yeah, you are definitely going to be striving for something. I think what they're saying is have faith. Honestly, I feel like they're saying have faith, keep going. Please keep going. Please keep going. Because you also have the Knight of Pentacles. Interestingly enough, I think that the last group also had a knight somewhere that's very positive for you. I think they had a Knight of Wands and a King of Wands, and you have a Knight of Pentacles and a Knight and a King of Pentacles. So there's definitely a feeling of you growing throughout the year. You're going from the Knight of Pentacles to the King. The Knight is about motion, being efficient, having a routine. If you want to get where you're going, you need to have the routine. You may have to fight to keep the routine, you know. Everyone wants a piece of you. Mom, can I do this? Or Dad, can I go over here please? Or excuse me, can you actually just do this? Can you help me move 5 days from now? Can you? No, 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 I can't. So the boundaries may have to come in here. That's where the Seven of Wands is. Everyone may want a piece of you. But the Knight of Pentacles is here also to say, keep going as well, but also be conscientious of yourself and your energy. You'll hit a point where you can give back. You will hit a point this year where you go, okay, I've reached what I need to do. I've done what I need to be. Now I can actually spend time with whatever it needs to be. So you will reach a point where you feel a lot better about spending time on people, with people, for people, and I think that's definitely going to hit you in your stride here. So this is just, you have what it takes, and I hope that you continue with doing whatever you want to do, to be honest, because I honestly believe that you have a gift to give people, because it's saying it's safe, continue, it's safe for you to love your career, it's safe for you to love yourself, it's safe for you to love what you're doing, it's safe for you to love the process, even though you may not. But they're saying definitely, definitively, have faith. Don't give up. There's competition, but you can persevere. You can get to where you need to be. You don't have to worry too much. Well, easier said than done, I know. So the overview, what do you need to release? This is an interesting one. So what you need to release, I mean, this is currently, feels like what we're going through in the UK at the minute. But what do you need to release? I think this is, again, asking you to look at some certain aspects of what you have at the moment. Maybe your obligations, maybe something. I mean, this is a message that comes through almost every single pickacard reading. And I think it specifies to people who are holding very much onto something. So it could be an idea, a person, a project, a path, you know, it could be an ideology. It's not really specific. And that's kind of why I have an issue where readers just go, let it go, release it. It's like, okay, well, what is it? You know, you don't tell me what it is. So I think with here, it's just looking, having a little bit of a life review. Maybe before 2020, but you can do it within it as well. Looking at what you need to release. And it could be the patterns. It could be allowing people to push against you and say, well, you told me you'd help me last week. Yeah, well, things have changed now and I can't. I'm very sorry. I know you don't want to feel or have an appearance of being lackadaisical or not honouring your promises and not doing what you want to do. But if you have a deadline or if you have a personal thing that you want to accomplish and people are going to come out and take you away from earning money, they're going to take you away from accomplishing that, maybe you need to release that pattern of allowing people to do that. Maybe you have to release the pattern of, your parents coming in and going, do you have 5 minutes? No, I don't. I'm sorry. I love you, but I have to finish this. So it's about having that release of obligation to people and just fighting for yourself. Fight for yourself. And I also feel that there's a release of fear here. There's a release of fear that you're not going to get there. There's a release of fear that I'm trying so hard and I can't release that, because you are going to get there. I do see you fighting for it, but I also see the reward is great, and your discipline and your work ethic and your connection and community and communication is going to improve vastly because of it, and you're going to be able to treat the ones you love. You're going to be able to give back to them anyway, so it's beneficial for them to get out of the way so that you can do what you need to do, because they'll be rewarded as well. I hope this really made sense for you, my lovely group twos. Hopefully you'll link me down below, leave a comment, let me know how things go for you. But in the meantime, I'm sending you so much love. If you do want a reading, it's all down below. But I'm sending you so much love, and I hope to speak to you guys very, very soon. I'm now going to move on to group 3. Hello, group 3. So you would have chosen this beautiful howlite, which was actually a gift from a friend of mine in New Zealand. So that's that there. I did want to just say that this is slightly different than the 2020 readings. Those of you who've already got one with me will probably notice this, but because this is general, I'm just doing the bottom half of the reading and not the 12 individual months of the year. So if you are interested in actually getting a 2020 personalised reading with all individual months explained, I'll leave that link down below. So with this one, excuse me, we're going into various places for you: career, love, money, and also spirit messages and the general overview. So the first one is to do with money. 3 of Cups. Wow, we haven't had a bad one yet. Not that there's any necessarily bad ones, but this is a really good start for you guys. So what I'm seeing with this is community and partnership is actually going to be a very big part of your money next year. So with this, it also feels like friendship, and maybe you're going to be collaborating with some other people in regards to your finances. It could also be that friends lead opportunity to creating more money, to generating more money, so you can actually get better look on finances. It could also be that you're talking to people close to you about your finances and about your career. So let's just have a look and see what else your career has to say. All right, so this is Man of Wands. So this would actually be the Knight, I believe. So another one had the King, and you have the Knight of Wands. So this, in your career, you're probably going to feel more opinionated. You're probably going to feel like you have more energy, more passion for what you do. What they're asking in this particular card as well, I don't hope nobody's offended by some kind of flesh here, but it does feel like this is you crossing the threshold and actually being quite brave. You're going to be starting doing something that is brave, that is very strong for yourselves. You're going to be doing something that maybe the brave is doing something that you have a passion for in your career, or you're actually going to step up and take on the reins of something new. But there's more adventure coming through here. And then you have the Seven of Swords. Now, it could be that your changing career is because of some skullduggery going on in regards to what's happening around you at your current office, or something that just feels like you don't want people to, you want people to mind their own business and they're not. That's the main feeling that I'm getting. You want people to mind their own business. They're not minding their own business. There could be some deception going on, or there has been, and you're kind of worried about speaking up about it. So that could be something else that this is calling you to do. On the other side, you may be actually looking to be more involved in speaking up for people who can't speak up for themselves, or being more of a personal contact for people who may want some guidance, or who may want some reassurance even in the near future about, you know what, you're going all right, or you know what, yes, you're fine. So it could be something that you're trying to gather here as well. But I do feel progression in your career. You're probably going to either stand up for what needs to be stood up for, changing your career completely to something that you feel absolutely 100% involved in, forward motion, dedicating yourself. Or with the Seven of Swords, I do think that some people may gossip about you doing that, but you're going to face up to that anyway. Let's see what your love card is. Ooh, okay. Your love life will be influenced, or is influenced, by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So it could be that actually I see this as your love life this year, or your relationships with many people, not just your romantic ones. This is going to change based on your evolving spiritual views this year. You just get more of a read on that. Just bear with me while I just connect. Okay, so it says your love life is influenced. I feel like your religious path or your spiritual bringing, whether you're changing, evolving, or delving deeper, is actually going to inform you a bit more about what you expect, what you want, what you desire. So you're probably going, or likely going to be looking how your spirituality affects your relationships, or naturally, for instance, if you get into law of attraction, if you get into understanding a bit more of yourself in general, if you look into doing anything like that, it's naturally going to evolve in your relationships and your love and how you view relationships, whether you'll be, wanting to bring a new one in, or whether you're wanting to enter a new phase, within the existing one. But I do feel that either your partner is different completely to you and they just don't have the same kind of connection with spirit that you do, or there's something that you're both going on the same journey, or you're both evolving, or you're converting to theirs, or they're converting to yours. Something about your spirituality, your connection to whatever you consider the higher realms, that is going to play a big part in 2020. So let's get on to the spiritual messages. I think it will improve your relationships and your love and how you see yourself, but I do feel it's going to enhance it rather than distract it or detract from it. But again, that would depend on general, factors within your individual self. So your spiritual messages, 2 of Wands. Ooh, nice. King of Pentacles. And you have the Emperor. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to put the Emperor over here. Ooh, you have some nice... I'm going to actually bring this down a bit now I have the room. So yeah, you have some really strong cards here. I do get more of a masculine energy, so maybe you're entering a very male-dominated workforce this year or area this year. Maybe you are trying to balance out your divine masculine and divine feminine because of maybe some overarching themes of both. But the Emperor coming in, he is such a strong, structured authority. And when he comes into a reading, he normally brings with him a lot of questions for you. So it's more like, because he's a teacher, he's not just going to give you the answers, he's going to ask you, you know, what do you think of this? And allow you to think for yourself. And I think that within this, there's probably going to be some, again, self-exploration in 2020, which is going to help you connect with the people that you are supposed to connect with and actually give you the courage to make through some kind of change, like law of attraction change, adding passion into the mix, doing something that you feel very connected to. So the Emperor is there to ensure that you have the structure to do that and also the regulation to do that. So maybe there's some kind of contracts you have to do, hopefully not signing up to anything that is more of a money-making scheme. I think that's something that maybe they're asking you to be aware of with the Seven of Swords here. Don't think that, oh, this is going to be great, it's going to return thousands to me. I would just say err on the side of caution with that, because I wouldn't want you to get burned with that, so to speak. But, and then you have the King of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. So these, yeah, I think they're saying that you have all the ingredients you need for this year to be absolutely incredible for you and for you to be prosperous and learning about yourself and maneuvering yourself into such a high frequency. But what they're trying to say is mind out for people who would like to scam you, take things away from you. And just keep that third eye open, alert and in tune with the threats that may be around you or the people that want to take advantage of it. But the Two of Wands mixed with the King of Pentacles, such a strong combination. This is progress and discovery of where you want to be, along with the King of Pentacles, which is going to be your disciplined and controlled approach to discovering where you want to be. And this is just a year of discovery for you, absolutely exploration, divination, finding out new things about yourself as well as the world. And the Emperor and the King of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, them two could be Aries or Taurus, or it could even be a Capricorn or Virgo, but I'm erring on the side of Taurus with these two. So if you have a Taurian in your life, there could be something extra focused on that. Or if you are a Taurus, this is you heading into your very exploratory year, which can sometimes sit a little bit unwell with a fixed sign, but just see what you can do, you know, experiment a little bit. Oh, what I swear I had no idea what cards these are. I swear to you. I absolutely swear I did not know this card was there. Anyway. You know, this is as weird as the little crystal moving on its own in one of the readings. Okay, right, fine. Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. This is definitely for you guys. So even if you're not a Taurus, this is saying you're probably going to be affected a lot or most by Taurus. Prosperity lies ahead just basically means that Taurians have a very good work ethic, very practical about work ethic, but this is saying that if you engage in Taurian elements, or if you engage in people who are Taurus and take their advice, or, you know, even therapists or psychologists who are these, sometimes they can see too straight and narrow. And I know that that's a misconception, to be honest, but they just have a certain part of how they think. And maybe if you adapt to that, you can actually discover new things about various subjects. But this is just such a nice thing to kind of cap off the reading for you. Taurus, prosperity, lots of discovery, and I do believe that this is going to be a very big balance of education for you. I do see lessons coming in, and I do feel maybe that the Taurian area of the year, so May, April, May, yeah, May more so, is probably going to be a big change. I'm probably good because I've seen it so much here. So even if it's not a physical person or you, I feel like this is going to be a big deliverance of karmic energy, you starting to see things come together like a jigsaw puzzle and then just continue on. So I hope this helps you. Do let me know in the comments below if this did actually resonate with you or how things go. And please do consider liking, subscribing, sharing, all the wonderful stuff. Just it helps the channel, but also I'd like to get this message out to as many people as I possibly can. So thank you so much for your time today. I'm now going to go on to group 4, but if you do want a reading from me or anything else, all that link is in the description box below. Take care guys, and I wish you a best of luck for 2020. Hello group 4, so this will be your 2020 general overview for 2020, the year ahead. So you would have chosen this clear quartz crystal, Clear Vision 2020. Let's see what's coming through for you guys. One thing I will mention is that this reading is kind of, well, for those of you who've already got a 2020 reading from me, you'll know the difference, but this is mainly the bottom half of the reading. So this will be basically covering career, love, money, spiritual messages, and any overview coming through. And instead of going into the individual 12 months, because that's going to be too general for you guys. So if you'd like to, you're interested in having a personal 2020 reading from me, I'll leave all the links down below. But for those of you who chose this crystal here, let's see what your money is going to be like. Wow. Okay. Again, we have not had a bad card for this particular thing. So everybody's money seems to be coming up roses here. So I'm really pleased by that. What I'll also say is that I think that this one is saying that it could be that you're emotionally satisfied as well. So the money thing is something that you don't feel any contention with. This is more alignment to your happiness. It doesn't mean that money is going to answer all your prayers. It just means that you're going to be happy and have enough money to be happy. So that I think is going to be very promising for you guys. I feel this is going to be something that you've asked for. 10 of Cups, I know 9 of Cups is normally a wish fulfillment. So this way, I feel like this is you having the 9 of Cups delivered. So having your manifestation and your wishes delivered in the form of emotional contentment and financial contentment as well. So this is going to be your career, and I will put all the tarot card links below as well. This one, I'm just going to put my little thumb over this. So, the Magician. If you can't tell, I don't want to put it through because it's quite a dark card. But the Magician. So, your career, you're definitely going to be more of a magician this year. And then, okay. So, when it comes to your career, with the 4 of Cups as well, I feel like, how to put it? I'm trying to get the way that they want me to tell you what they want me to tell you here. Okay, so it feels a lot like, even though you have everything at your disposal, the Magician, even though you have your conscious awareness, your concentration, the power that you put in every single element, the Pentacles, the Swords, the Cups, the Wands, you have it all. And you can learn how to utilize that within your career this year in order to manifest certain blessings and certain rewards, and moving yourself through opportunities and basically being happy with that, and not necessarily having to overwork. You have everything at your disposal already. There's still some dissatisfaction. So it may be that for some of you in 2020, you're still going to be trying to find the harmony. You're still going to be contemplating where it is that you want to go next. Maybe you've tried several different avenues, but you still haven't found the one. You know, you've kissed a few toad bosses and you still haven't found the one. So it could be that this year is the year that you utilize all the skills that you've got, all the skills that you've learned over the last few jobs, over your career, and you actually put that into practice into this year within your career area. So let's move on to your love as well. Ooh, Retreat. So this to me is more about reconnecting with yourself. And again, I feel this could lead to your happiness. You may find that the money you have, instead of already striving for more, you'll get some coming in. You will get money coming in. You will get enough this year because you have the Ten of Cups in your money. But you're going to feel more content with what you have. And I think that just leaves some room for retreat. You'll want to disconnect maybe from the hustle, the bustle. You may want to even change jobs because you're sick of actually pushing yourself so hard, or, you know, learning so many things and trying to do this and trying to do that. And it's just, you know, all built up, and maybe it's fractured some of your relationships or prevented you from finding or discovering a new one. Because that could also be here in this retreat card. So that could be coming through for you here. And I feel like this is more to do with your sense of self, more to do with how you feel within relationships and making sure that you can connect within that sector. So if you feel like, okay, well, I just want to have a holiday with a loved one and just shut out everybody else. I can't be bothered with what my family thinks I should or shouldn't do. I can't be bothered with what I am expected to do. The job is not giving me any chance to sit with my loved one, be with them, connect with them. This is to say to go away from that hustle, that bustle, that headache scenario, just so you can feel more in tune with this and feel more like you have things to offer each other. If you are single this year, I do feel that you are maybe going on a singles holiday, or you're going somewhere to just work on yourself, because you have no time to look at yourself and see exactly what you want. You probably have no time to afford building a new relationship. You have no time to afford putting in all the effort that's required. So this is definitely time to disconnect from the real world. You may be disillusioned with it anyway because you have a lot of apathy here. You may be disillusioned with love, career, the whole kit and caboodle. And in 2020, I feel like you're reconnecting with what it means for you and how you want to pursue 2020 in the means of love and emotion and getting a happy life. I think contentment is going to be a big theme of 2020 for you. Just feeling content. So you're not chasing your tail, so you're not chasing anything else. You just want to feel like you have a connection. I'm just going to move this camera because I just realised it was jolted a little bit there. But it is a case of contentment. It's a case of being happy with what's coming in. And I think that you'll be surprised at how quickly things like that elevates. Because as soon as you find the happiness within that vibration, you're going to start to get more. And I feel like it's a case of you developing this talent for finding the good amongst everything. So for your spiritual messages, you have Justice and the Three of Cups. So kind of similar to the last reading, we had Three of Cups in that one. This one is very much about the friendship and the community. So there could be a very big focus on being happy with people, connecting with people, getting involved, creating your own community. If you've been dissatisfied with the workplace, the people around you, your partner's friends, you know, it could just be that you're now moving yourself, distancing yourself, and finding the people that work for you. You know, like their energy works, their energy vibes very nicely with yours. You know, you don't feel like you have to be weirded out by them. You know, if you're around people and you're always anxious about saying the wrong thing, they're not the right people for you. And then we have Justice. So this could be new contracts. Maybe you have an option to renew a contract with something, or it could even be going on honeymoon, retreating, eloping, doing something like that. But I just feel that the responsibilities that you've had, because this does also represent responsibilities, the responsibilities you have are going to level out a little bit this year. I do feel as well, this is also asking you to take stock of the karma and the cause and effect and the decisions that you've made. So maybe you're thinking, oh, you know, I took a wrong turn there. This is a course correct. This year could be a course correct and say, you know what, I recognise this is a load of tosh. I am now going to focus myself on a future that aligns with my highest good and aligns with my highest feeling. Now, a lot of the other signs that I did, not signs, sorry, pick a cards that I did, have been very, very busy, 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 busy. Career, focused, yes, manifest, boom. This, although it doesn't have that potential kick in the teeth, you know, that you're having to dedicate all hours to doing something, or you're going to be very busy, 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 busy. It's a nice year. It's contentment. It's going to be something that feels like you are on a roll and you start to see, this is what I want my life to be like. You're designing your life. You're the magician. You're designing your career. You're designing your life. You're designing your loved ones. And I feel like you are going to head into a very strong phase of you getting what it is you want, and you developing and maturing and basically kicking it up a notch, you know, when it comes to meaning and it comes to finding meaning in certain places and certain instances. So your general overview is, oh my gosh, this and the last one just hit me over the head with their accuracy and everything that I've been saying. I absolutely love these new cards. Thank you so much. All right, so adjustments are required. What I was saying is you're course correcting. You're course correcting. You, again, may be in some place where you're not happy. You don't like the scenario that you've developed. You're not interested in anything that's coming up potentially. And you're just trying to find new directions or new things. You are adjusting your life in 2020 and it's for the better. It's so good to see. I'm not making this up, obviously. I didn't even know what these cards were. And I think in the last one, I was talking about Taurus, and Taurus just immediately popped up in the last card. And I didn't even know. And again, it's here, course corrections. You are making sure that you are developing and that you are giving your best self and your best life. You're designing your best life in 2020. Clear vision. You know what? I'm aligning with my highest good. I'm going to align with what I'm meant to be doing. I have justice here. That could be marriage. It could be just signing the karma contract, saying, yes, I'm prepared to get rid of all that, change my career, do what I want to do, find the community and the clan that I really feel connected to, even the place of work, the place that you live, the country. You may be looking at alternatives, because I don't feel that you're going to go far away from home. There's a Cancerian energy here. I do feel adjustments are going to be made, because it's almost like you're coming into port now and you still have to direct the ship as you're coming into port, just to mind the bumps and bruises, and you don't want to repeat of, you know, the other things. So just be careful as you come into land, because I think that you're going to do the right thing, but I just want you to be reaching these highs and reaching these connections. Don't overdo yourself this year. But I do think there's so many good things coming through for you, my lovely group fours. Let me know in the comments below how things go for you, if this resonates, and what your hopes and dreams are for the next year. I love hearing from you, I sincerely do. And if you are interested in getting a personalised 2020 reading, just click on the links in the description box below. But thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. It helps this channel. It helps me get the word out to people like yourselves. And I can't wait to see what 2020 brings for us all. Thank you so much for being here again, guys. Love to you all, sending many blessings, and have a brilliant year ahead.